There will be a 4-part independent research project this term, with each part being due on or before the deadline each grading cycle. Before covering the different independent research topics that you have for your special project, the grading rubric will be covered. In short, it's 4 easy steps, with 2 of them being this grading cycle. First, make a decision and get it approved in writing. Second, complete the first part of your project. Third, complete the second part of your project. And finally, complete the third part of your project. You have 2 parts this grading cycle and then 1 for each of the other 2 grading cycles. For a grade of 100% by Friday, August the 28th, you will have selected your independent research project topic and informed via an email from your professional level Gmail account actually what your plan is from the list of options. Your project will be approved through Gmail. For a grade not to exceed 70%, you can inform your instructor by the end of the grading cycle what your independent research project will be, but you must get the topic approved before you turn in the first part. That date is September the 25th. For a grade not to exceed 100%, the first part of your independent research project will be turned in by September the 11th, 2020. For a grade not to exceed 70%, the first section of your independent research project will be turned in by September the 25th, 2020. For a grade of 100%, you must turn in the second part of your independent research project by October the 9th, 2020. For a grade not to exceed 70%, you must turn in the second part of your independent research project by October 30th. And for a grade not to exceed 100%, you must turn in the third part of your independent research project by November the 20th, 2020. And for a grade not to exceed 70%, the third and final part of your independent research project must be turned in by December the 11th, 2020. It looks sort of like this. By August the 28th, for a maximum grade of 100, get your topic approved. By September the 11th, if you want to make 100, get the first part of your independent research project turned in. But if you want to wait until September the 25th and 70 is good enough for you, then you get the topic approved and you turn in the first section. October the 9th is your deadline if you want a maximum grade of 100 for the second part of your independent research project. October the 30th, for a maximum grade of 70, turn in the second part of your independent research project. By November the 20th, for a maximum grade of 100, turn in the third part of your independent research project. And then enjoy Thanksgiving. If 70 is good enough for you, turn in your third part of your independent research project by December the 11th. After that, it's over. So, what are the topics? In short, they are: you can design and build a Rube Goldberg type machine that clearly displays at least 10 different physics topics. More will be explained later. You can select a topic that is meaningful to you, research it, and then make a presentation about that topic. Your topic must be connected to physics. You can come up with your own idea, present it to your instructor, and quite possibly get it approved. It must be challenging and it must have 3 parts. Let me give you some examples of what students have done for their independent research projects. One young man told me that he was interested in baseball. He got a copy of the Physics of Baseball, and ultimately he made his presentation to a group of Little League players. It went so well that he told me, "I'll be giving that presentation for the rest of my life to the Little League guys." And he has. Another young lady told me that she was interested in marine biology, and she said that had nothing to do with physics. And the topic really does. I asked her, how does one study marine biology? To which she said, with scuba gear and submarines, and I guess that's kind of physics, isn't it? She found out that her neighbor was a scuba instructor, and by the end of the term, she made her presentation to her scuba class, and she was already a certified scuba diver by the time she gave her presentation, and she became an expert on the fellow who invented scuba diving, Jacques Cousteau. Jacques is dead, but I was with his grandson a few years ago, and I told him that story, and he loved it. He said he wanted to meet the young lady. He, Fabien Cousteau, has carried on his grandfather's marine biology, submarine kind of research. Another young lady told me that she was having difficulty coming up with something that is interesting to her and that had physics connected to it. She went on to tell me that she wanted to help elementary students learn. She ended up studying the physics of bubbles, and she learned how to make bubble gum. Her presentation was to elementary students, and they too helped make bubble gum. As I was putting this presentation together for you, I received this Facebook message. Kylie just got a job being an elementary school teacher in the very room where she helps students learn about bubbles. You can't name a thing that I can't connect to physics. Everyone asks, can we work on this together? And the answer is yes. You are encouraged to work with others. You just need to tell me how you want the grade to be divided. 50-50, 70-30, 60-40, and I need to know who gets what portion of the grade. Unless it's 50-50. For the remainder of the class, you are welcome and encouraged to consider your independent research project and engage in any discussion with your instructor that you would like.